What is good, YouTube? It's AJ Boogie. I'm back at it again, and I'm bringing that JBA. The Seattle Ballers take the victory, defeating the New York Ballers by a score of 115 to 98. I'm not gonna lie, Seattle's one of my favorite teams to watch. They do it by committee, they got a lot of scores, they move the ball well, and they're entertaining. Jarrell Springer finished with 25 points, 7 boards, 7 assists. That Uzan kid, their point guard, that new guy, 21 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists. JaMychal Morgan had a very nice game, chipping in 20. Put it this way, Seattle had 4 to 5 people with 10 plus points and had 3 with 20 plus. They play by committee. It's not hero ball, it's team ball. But for today's video, I'm not going to be talking too much about the game. I want to talk about what was going on outside of the game. But let's talk about the game first. The game is most important. I like Seattle. Now that they got this Uzan kid, Uzan, however you say his name, he's a true point guard. Seattle was missing a true point guard, a floor general, but now they got it. They're going to be a tough team to beat. They might be a top 3 team, I'd say, in the JBA right now. There were a lot of things not on the court that I really liked last night. I want to start with the head coach for Seattle, Charles O'Bannon. A guy who played at UCLA, had some NBA time, and what I really like most about this guy, during a timeout, every game so far I've seen in the JBA, it's run, 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 and if we're up by 20 points, we keep on running. Well, Seattle was up by about 20 points in the third quarter, and I remember thinking to myself, tell them to slow down, control the game. During a timeout, it was almost like Charles O'Bannon heard what I said. He told them during the whole timeout, slow the ball down, use all 24 seconds. That was the first time in a JBA game where I seen them hold the ball and work the clock. And it was beautiful. He said during a timeout, that's the first time I've heard a coach tell his team, slow it down. I'm sure coaches have said it, but I actually heard it on live stream. And that's what Seattle did. During, I would say, midway through the third quarter, maybe a little bit more in the third quarter, definitely all through the fourth, they worked the clock. They did not go, they would run a break. If they didn't get anything out of it, they would set it up. They wouldn't force any shots. Too many times in the JBA, a team will be up by 20 and they're still on the fast break like it's the start of the game. Slow the ball down, control the pace, control the tempo, win the game. And that's what Seattle did. They controlled the whole game from the third quarter on. New York could never get on a run. Seattle would make them play defense for 24 seconds. They get an offensive rebound. Well, now it's 48 seconds. They couldn't get anything going. They couldn't get in a rhythm offensively. New York wanted to play fast. Seattle wouldn't let them. Now, with this Seattle team, you can definitely tell that they're friends off the court. On the court, they play hard, they play tough, they play together, they're hanging on each other, they look like best friends out there. That's the kind of camaraderie that you need in any sport. If you're friends off the field, it's only going to benefit you on the court. And they're likable. Jarrell Springer, a very likable guy, a very humble guy. I like Capri Uzan. He's kind of got an Odell effect. He's always smiling and he's got a little swag to his game. Everything he does just looks effortless and I like it. They're unselfish. They got a lot of good players, but they don't have too big of egos. They play team ball, they didn't play hero ball. Now, a critique that I seem to have every single game that I've watched with the JBA. Sometimes AB the hero and Brandon Williams, I just don't think they're that good at calling a basketball game. They get a little too carried away, they can get a little fanish. But last night, they did an excellent job. I like how on Facebook you can chat with the announcers and the announcers acknowledge you. I don't think these guys should necessarily be calling a basketball game, but they are very good interacting with the fans. They're a lot better at talking with people than they are talking about a basketball game. And last night, I enjoyed listening to them. What was different though is they were asking very good questions that were making you think, that got the comment section, the chat getting live. They would ask some good questions. They would ask, if you could only buy one jersey, which player would you buy? They asked if it's a competitive league. And I'll give it to the fans. The fans made it awesome. The fans made the chat worth watching. And I think this could be a new wave for all sports. Eventually, the JBA setting foot, giving Facebook the rights to broadcast their game so everyone can watch. I think you're going to see more sports doing that. I think it's a good idea of having the chat interact with the announcers. I think that's another good idea. It's only a matter of time before all sports are going to go to this, where you can watch a game on Facebook. You can do it on Twitter already right now with some college football. I think it's pretty entertaining when the group chat is talking about the game. It makes it a lot more interesting. You can watch the game and then watch people argue in the comments section. It's pretty great. Like I said, I don't have too much to talk about the game. It was a blowout, but I was entertained. I was entertained with the announcers. They got me thinking, and I was entertained with the group chat. So, grade-wise, this is going to be my first A. I'm giving it an A. I'm giving it an A because I was entertained during a blowout game of the JBA. That's all the heat I got for today. Like, comment, subscribe to the Boogie Squad. Boogie, out. Boom.